好，进场的朋友呢，我们地上呢也投影出我们的 Overcome， 也是我们季后赛专属的字样。每赢下一场，我们就会把我们的英文字母换上我们皇冠、皇家、荣耀皇，所有字母拼上 Overcome 的时候，就是我们拿下冠军的那一刻。
好，邀请现场的所有球迷朋友们可以回到我们的位置上，折好你们的排排扇，换上你们的黄色应援短 T。让我们今天呢一起取下属于我们的胜利尖叫声！
好，欢迎所有的球迷朋友们再次呢又回到我们新庄体育馆。我是今天的主持人，球给彭真的彭真。
我是你们今天的主持人，我的名字叫做汉地 Henry。当然呢，还有我们今天播放整场音乐的灵魂人物 DJ6。
Welcome to playoff。我们再一次呢，我们现在来到3-2，所以希望。 所有的禁卫军朋友，我们今天要拿出最大的应援声，也包含每一次的发球都要发出噪音。我们一起手下关门这一场比赛，一起 overcome。
没错，我钥匙已经准备好了哈，邀请各位今天呢跟我们一起关上我们城堡的大门。那挺早进场的球迷朋友们，除了可以获得排排扇之外， 还有 Passion 24机能饮料，以及呢 Far-Day 抗菌酒精干洗手。当然呢，还有我们的应援 T。那跟各位讲一下，我们的 Passion 24果粒醒元气机能饮呢，是天然果汁结合植物萃取，让你畅饮干杯，自然苏醒。 那 Far-Day 抗菌酒精干洗手提供了有效的抗菌且滋润护手的干洗手。那大家呢在进场的时候都会拿到哦。当然，我们的应援 T 呢坐在我们的 VIP 区、A 区以及 B 区的朋友们，你们的位置上呢都会有一件黄色 Overcome 应援短 T。那 C 区的朋友们，记得等一下呢在开赛之前，可以凭你手中的票根到我们的城堡西侧去领取一件黄色应援短 T。那么数量有限，送完为止，赶快穿上，为我们的禁卫军一起加油应援 ！Let's go Kings！
那一样呢，今天进场呢，我们城堡有 Area 02城堡加歇机、王道银行、Go Momo 环球购物中心准备的活动哦。那大家空档呢都可以去。那今天的赛前预测是第1位得到38分，就投进这38分的球员呢，我们将会抽出1位球迷朋友们，等一下预测成功的话，环球 Online 购物金3000元一张。那现在呢都还来得及，所以大家把握机会。
好，那我们城堡今天的活动也非常多哦。当然呢，还有我们 Bonnie and Reed 与我们的新北国王再度合作。我们季后赛呢加码抽出苏伟的联名设计款饰品。那只要呢在买票进场呢，你就有机会可以获得我们的苏伟联名系列饰品。我们每一区都会抽出1位，我们的 A、B、C 以及我们的 VIP 区呢，总共会有4位幸运得主，会在我们的暂停时间呢公布我们的得奖者。大家到时候记得张大你的耳朵以及眼睛，说不定你就是那一位幸运儿。
好，那今天的中场活动呢是 Musical Chair， 其实就有点像大风吹啦，那个音乐放下来，椅子越来越少。 那最后呢，获胜的幸运的球迷朋友呢，就能够得到禁卫军的签名球1颗。那今天我们会找6位幸运的球迷朋友，只要发出声音，我们最后把小球送到你的手上。
没错，那当然呢，在我们的比赛开始之前，让我们用最大的暴动声，欢迎我们新北国王啦啦队 New Taipei Queens。 欢迎我们新北国王啦啦队，我们的女王们。 BG6 drop the quiz。
Let's go. Undefeated. That's why they call me undisputed. I'm breaking up another season. I've been up on my stats. Now would you look at that? Undefeated, locked and loaded. We about to go. Caught him with that left, I leave him tapped out on the floor. Sounding itchy, sticky, switchy. Watch me bank a score. Up in the boat, I'm in the zone. Yeah, yeah.
Go to the fire to breath. King of the jungle and beat my chest. This year I'm posing the threat. Just like a puppet, I'm cutting the net.
Bring on my finger, but yes. Like playing chess and I don't even sweat. That's what I call it finesse. That's what I call it finesse. Ain't no rivals, ain't no rivals. They can try, but they're never ever slowing me down. On arrival, this is my show. Crossing my heart, they know we are.
Queen of the kings, running so fast, spinning the wind. Nothing in this world can stop the spread of the wings. She, queen of the kings, broken her cares, throwing the keys. She will be the warrior for north and south and seas. Who will conquer all? Her name is she, queen of the kings, running so fast, spinning the wind. Nothing in this world can stop the spread of the wings. She, queen of the kings, broken her cares, throwing the keys. She will be the warrior for north and south and seas.
尖叫声给我们的新北国王啦啦队 New 台北 Queens， 谢谢我们的女王们。
相信所有球迷迫不及待迎接季后赛3-2。接下来是新北国王面对福尔摩沙梦想家赛事，双方球员准备就绪。首先为各位介绍福尔摩沙梦想家，0号陈正杰，3号吴家俊，7号林耀宗，21号简浩，24号希沃克，26号李德威，30号吴松伟，42号布伊德，88号周国成。接下来进场的是先发轮 Starting Five，5号麦卡洛，11号林俊吉，23号钱肯尼，28号卢冠良，34号吉尔贝克。总教练皮尔曼，助理教练赖柏林、陈世念，球员发展总监田磊，总经理韩俊凯。请所有球迷朋友们将目光移至上方大荧幕。
总会有些时候，自我怀疑、犹豫不决，选择放弃总是简单，但终点便遥不可及。Let's face the challenge. 只要努力不懈，一切都有可能。We are kings. We must overcome.
现在进场的是新北国王篮球队，首先为各位介绍 No. Number 4，禁卫军御膳大厨李维廷。Number 24，关键大心脏小胖洪志善。Number 10，禁卫军弓箭手微笑射手 Chen 佑哲。Number 3，新北禁卫军陈俊南。Number 19，皇家大锁棒哥林金芳。Number 11，新北皇家坦克王柏志。Number 17，我大苏喜苏世轩。Number 25，禁卫军高炮塔 Austin Day。Number 1，左右开弓 Joseph Lin 林书伟。马上为各位介绍新北国王篮球队先发5人。Starting 5 Number 9，全能后场指挥官新北飙风玫瑰林凯燕。Number 35，禁区糖果男孩文德路易斯。Number 55，空中冲锋部队 Kenny Manigo。Number 6，禁卫军士官长新北的阿美族战士杨敬明。Is play-off。Number 7，展现王者风范，掌控全场节奏 ，Jeremy 林书豪。总教练阮马相，助理教练马卡贝拉林振宇，球队经理洪志福，球队助理洪成渊，新之星 Play Dana， 首席体能教练张崇熙。体能教练刘振宇，防护员邱国凯、吴崇豪，数据机影片分析师李维恩，总经理马家恩，执行长陈信生。请所有新北国王的球迷朋友们，我们大家长也来了，给他最大的掌声！董事长王文祥，
尖叫声给我们的王董。好，现场新装城堡的新北国王球迷朋友们，我们呢这边邀请你们一起换上我们的黄色应援 T， 以及呢折好你手中的排排扇。这边邀请我们新北国王啦啦队 New Taipei Queens 一起来到我们的场中央，为我们新北国王加油应援。好，现场所有球迷朋友们，今天呢，我们要来练习我们的进攻以及防守。但是在这之前，先拿起你们的排排扇，我们来考验一下我们这一季以来的默契。我们等一下希望你们可以跟着节奏，一起跟着上的节奏一起敲打。如果速度越来越快，麻烦你们也像上次一样，越敲越快。All right， 地带上，让我们来试试看。看，来加速喽！ 再快，给自己一个尖叫声！就是这样，今天势必捍卫我们的城堡，守护我们的王城。首先，第一个防守，一起来！
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. Cure your Monday blues with a little Plus League playoff basketball. Tonight is Game 6 of the Best of 7 series between the Formosa Dreamers and the New Taipei Kings. Last game, the Dreamers staved off elimination with the victory at home at 96-76, their highest scoring game and the Kings' lowest of the series. If you've been following along, there's the playoff brackets. If you haven't, we know that the Italian Pregame Pilots clinched their first playoff series and first Plus League Finals appearance with a victory last night. Game 1 of the finals is scheduled for Sunday in Taoyuan at 5 p.m. On the Mandarin broadcast is on the left, color commentator Wu Fangchen, and on the right, Tian Wonghui. 球员朋友们，你找到了官方的英文转播，要听中文的讲评，当然按到中文的转播连接。谢谢你的收看，记得 Plus League 的转播都要按赞。Talk about momentum in the playoffs not being a thing. Each of these results in the B series has been determined by a larger and larger margin. With the Dreamers' first victory, 3 straight by the Kings in the Dreamers' last game. But the Kings are returning home where they are an impressive 7-2 in the playoffs, including 2 victories in this very series, and are trying to close things out tonight. It's been a defensive series, only 87 points per game, the average. That being said, don't give up on any game. Only the last game did the team lead from beginning to end. 3 of 5 games, the losing team actually had a double-digit lead over the course of the 48 minutes. Right now on your screen is a table where the top 3 minutes per game players from each squad are displayed. Kenny Manigault, Jeremy, then Joseph for the Kings, Chris McCullough, Luca Ling Junji, and Julian Boyd for the boys in green. And then their plus-minus on the right side, which is indicative of how the series is going. Kenny Manigault and Jeremy have started every game, and Chris McCullough and Luca, in McCullough's case, whenever they're in the lineups. And Julian Boyd and Joseph Lin be coming off the bench for their respective squads. Pre-game, we spoke to 2 guards for their respective squads. Number 3, Hayden Wu Jiajun for the Dreamers was asked about the fatigue the team might be facing and what kind of energy the bench can provide to the game, and about the Dreamers being down 1-3 in the series and having to win 3 straight. The Dreamers were down 0-2 in the past 2 playoffs, so facing a similar situation. They already got the 1 victory, now need 2 more.
我觉得随着系列赛一场一场这样子下来，我觉得大家对不管是输球或是赢球，我觉得大家的能量都是非常正面，对球队都是非常正面的。那我相信不管是换谁上场，我觉得我们所有球员都准备好了。当然还是就是一场一场来嘛，因为毕竟我们现在还是落后。那其实教练其实也告诉我们，每一场的细节上多5%到10%的进步，我觉得是对我们是非常重要的。那现在目前还是3比2，我们还是落后1场。那我觉得我们还是会把细节做到更好，而且他们还没拿到第4胜以前，就整个系列赛都还没结束。
Their energy needs to stay positive, and no matter who's called, they'll be ready. And then taking it 1 game at a time, the coach just tells them that there's still things for them to improve on. Focus on the details, and the Kings have not finished their season yet. Hayden, in just 2 games played, with pretty good stats, plus 11 in Game 3 and plus 12 in Game 5. But DNPs and all the others, that shooting percentage a little deceptive. He's only taken 12 field goal attempts, but Hayden was an important player coming off the bench as their backup point guard for the Dreamers. On the other side, it was number 24, Venti Hong Zhisan. Asked about the big 20-point loss from last year's Game 3 to this year's. Well, I guess that would be a respective Game 5. But the Kings eventually won the series. Asked about the fatigue, the pressures of closing out an opponent in the playoffs, and his teammate Austin Day, who reacted to the officiating, shall we say, in Game 5. I'm sure all the Kings to different degrees.
我觉得最大的因素是打得不够主动啊。我觉得对方在退无可退的情况下，打得比我们积极，比我们主动，还比我们强悍。所以我觉得这一场势必我们也会做出反扑啦。对，其实我觉得就保持平常心吧，因为大家一定在某些因素上面，一定会对于情绪上面一定受到很大影响。但是很多时候应该是交给教练团去处理啊，那球员就是专注在场上就好了。对。
Venti saying that we played reactive, not proactive, but they will respond in this game. And of course, it's natural to have a reaction out on the floor, but leave your coaches to it and the players deal with the play on the court. Austin Day in the series at home, 21 points per game, 55% shooting. Which is funny because in the regular season, he had slightly home and away reverse splits. Points per game, 13.3 at home, 14.4 on the road in the regular season, and a shooting of 48% from the field and 54% home and away. But Taichung Intercontinental, not an easy place to score anyways. But here at the friendly confines of Xingzhuang Gymnasium, let's see if the Kings can keep up that very strong play at home. Really only falling behind the Braves last year's finals, only 1 win but 2 losses. The Kings with the #1 seed last regular season. This year starting the playoffs as the #3 seed, so the Pilots have set the finals schedule as the top seeded team in the regular season and advancing past the Lioneers. Of course, the Kings don't want to lose any game, but in this particular case, the Dreamers could force a Game 7 at their place, which I would offer to say that is probably going to be major Dreamers' advantage, having won 2 straight and playing from their venue. I don't know about superstition, but I think it's the first time I've remembered the Dreamers wearing their kind of teal color polo shirts. We'll see if that will have anything to do with the superstition that we've seen across the playoffs. Time to introduce the 3 officials for tonight. Number 11, Hong Yong-yu. Number 45, Chen Hongming is the crew chief. And Peng Si-Xun is the U2 on the right. Time for starters. Dreamers a similar look with Brandon Gilbert, Chris McCullough, their imports. Lu Guanyang, Kenny Chen, and Ling Zhuqi, their local players on the perimeter. And for the Kings, they have made a switch. You know that Wendell Lewis is at center, Kenny Manigault and Yang Jingming flanking Jeremy Lin in the series, but number 9 Li Kaiyan will be getting his first start on the series. For Su Si-Xun, who has started the rest of the games, but perhaps the Kings want to talk about being proactive, maybe force a little bit more pressure on the perimeter and have Kenny Manigault help a little bit more out with the rebounding. But it's got to be a team game regardless. On the series, Li Kaiyan 8.4 points, and I found it funny how he has a 45.4 shooting percentage from 2 and 3 so far in the series, whereas Su Si-Xun or James, about 19 minutes per game, 3 points, about 3 rebounds on 41% shooting. Of course, chiefly tasked with guarding Chris McCullough, but in the playoffs, not as easy as it was in the regular season. So the Kings will be wearing their playoff edition gold jerseys and the Dreamers in their forest greens as we get ready for tip-off. Like I said in the intro, it is a Monday night here, so the crowd still coming into the building as the Dreamers will start with the basketball. And indeed, Ling Junji trying to bring it up on Lee Kai-yen. Pick up the dribble, McCullough at the top. Down to Gilbeck, on the block, Wendell Lewis guarding. 2 dribbles to the turnaround. Off the side of the backboard, and the Kings are going the other way with pace. Lee Kai-yen crossing over to the left into the mid-range area. The first 2 points of the night scored by the Kings. Achi, he's working 2 feet in the paint, but that runner is just off. Notably in the series, Achi had a 1-point game. I believe it was game 3 here before responding with a 14-point, mostly in the 4th quarter outburst in game 4. Kenny Manigault from the mid-range, he rattles that in. Manigault leads the Kings at 17 points per game. You might not say it's so great, but he and several others hit double digits as Kenny Chen goes backdoor. Those Kings include Yang Jimin's 10 points, Jeremy's 16.8, and Austin Day's 15 points. Back pass to Yang Jimin, down low to Wendell Lewis. Good tic-tac-toe by the Kings there. Brandon Gilbeck at the high post. Now the ball screen to Ryan. Taking a leading jumper as Jeremy beats Gilbeck to the board. Down on this side, it's Kenny Chen, the primary defender against Jeremy, as that pass is deflected. Numbers for the Dreamers. McCullough, shot fake, going to the basket, legal contact, and a rebound from behind, a foul. Kenny Manigault and Wendell Lewis trying to get on the same page. We have a baseline out of bounds. Short side, Ling Junji. Back out to Ryan. Jeremy's sticky defense, forcing a back pass. 4 seconds left, McCullough from deep. And a deep shot will result in a long rebound. On to utilize Gilbeck. His baseline jumper is off. How about from the left side? Dances off, but Wendell Lewis in the vicinity. A foul on the rebound. So the Dreamers would have preferred a travel or a double dribble situation. So it'll be the first Dreamers foul on the game, and in the quarter, Jeremy maneuvering left, back right, and 2 whistles come. Let's see who it's on. And just like that, it's 2 fouls on Brandon Gilbeck. So Julian Boyd will check in for the Dreamers. 3 games played of the series, almost 21 points per game. Second only to Chris McCullough's 23.3. Here's Jeremy, first free throw. Chris. So Jeremy's talked about leaving the game, but almost 38 minutes played per game, at least indicative of how much of a competitor he is. Please play some more. We'll have have him, at least for this playoff run. He's guarding Lu Guanliang in the corner as Aji kicks it out. The shot on the way, and Lu Guanliang switching it. Kenny's pressuring the basketball as Manigault offers a screen, a little kick out and back. Ball slipping away, few players on the floor, and a jump ball. In the midst of Dreamers and Kings, Jeremy communicating. Something on the play. There you see the fight for the basketball. Deflected pass, Boyd has it. This way, Wendell Lewis is guarding Boyd, spinning into space and laying it in. Kings don't cover up the pass, and the Dreamers now at 7 points. Now Manigault setting up the screen, going left as Yang Jiming. Shot fake to the drive, laying it up, but stop Wendell Lewis on the backside. Picking up his teammate. Foul on the perimeter. Lee Kai-yen with a body bump. Lee Kai-yen, funny enough, the only player in this series actually from the city of Taichung, where the Dreamers are from, at least based out of these days. Their other home in Changhua. Boyd spinning, taking a tough shot as McCullough got a hand on it, but Manigault will come away with it. Now Jeremy getting by Kenny, running into some traffic, flipping it up and in. The hoop and the horn by number 7. That was just some individual brilliance, getting by Kenny's grapple, and then Aji crashing into him and still having the balance to put it up. Aji talking to the crew chief, who's probably giving the lesson in RSBQ. Rhythm, speed, balance, and quickness is the referee term. Boyd, good screen as they go down low. Kenny trying to beat Jeremy and will get the roll. So a counter two by the Dreamers. Not had a lot of outside shooting from both squads, but Lu Guanliang, he has a make. Jeremy picked up the dribble, kicking it to Manigault. He will fire away and short, got his own board. Getting by a couple, and he'll get the bounce. Off the window is Kenny Manigault. After a mid-range jumper from up close as Ling Junji high above Jeremy, crashing the rebound, won by Manigault. McCullough takes it away. No, Manigault taking it right back. Jeremy from +3 range. That's no good as fight for the rebound, won by the Kings. It was just Chris McCullough and Kenny Chen in the middle. And before these free throws, we have a stoppage in play. TV timeout. It's Kings 15 at Dreamers 9 here in Game 6.
So deep in your eyes, I touch on you more and more every time. When you leave, I'm begging you not to go. Call your name 2-3 times in a row. Such a funny thing for me to try to explain. How I'm feeling and my pride is the one to blame. Yeah, I still don't understand just how you look to do it, knowing your skin.
Drop it.
尖叫声给我们的西北国队。
New Taipei Queens conclude their second performance of the evening here in the TV timeout in the first quarter. As we see Ling Jingji's statistics in the regular season and in the playoffs from left to right, then from top to bottom, points, field goal attempts, assists, and plus minus. You see that scoring go down while the assist number going up by a small tick. On the series, Achi scoring 18 points, then 17, 1, then 14, then 4, which comes out to an average of the 10 points. His assist-to-turnover ratio is actually fairly good, 7.2 assists you saw, to only 3.6 turnovers. He's seated on against the LED boards around the Dreamers bench as Chen Zhenjie, Hayden, and Randall Walco are in. Definitely something Coach Proman probably identified. Starter's not the greatest energy. Kenny Manigault, big clink on the free throw. His regular season playoffs going from 16 points to 17 points, but upping his rebounds to nearly 12 per game. Making the adjustment, goes 1 for 2. If we're just looking at pure assists, Achi's way ahead of his teammates. Devin Marble, the only other in this neighborhood, as Hayden trying to go to work on Lee Cayenne, ball out of the way, still on the ground. A little rugby scrum to the Kings. Jeremy dribbling it off of Lee Cayenne's back, and I think smartly gave it away, having possibly took a dribble there. Don't want to be awkwardly called for a double dribble like that. On the switch, Jeremy getting by, dumping it off, and a whistle comes. The Dreamers would have preferred an out of bounds. It's number 0, Jay Chen, reaching in there. So anyway, Devin Marble averaging 5.7 assists. Meanwhile, Hayden 2.5 and Julian Boyd 1.7. So of course, assist numbers are not everything about offensive flow, but just in terms of the production from the box score, certainly a kind of indicator with some kind of weight, as Wendell Lewis leaves the first one short. Immediately, maybe a pep talk or maybe something strategic from Jeremy. Dead quiet in the arena for this Kings free throw. Lewis on the series, 8 for 10 coming into tonight from the charity stripe. He also converts on 1 of 2, like Manigault before. Jay Chen goes in the screen as the Boyd goes. Hayden trying to get around Wu-Jia-Ching, and a reaching foul is called. Impressive deep shot, but it won't count. We're going to look at the Kings trying to contend that Hayden is putting his elbow up. At least a hand on the back, at least on the last action that Lee Cayenne took. That's his second personal. See Ryan Marchand again featuring that athletic tape on the sides of his neck. And an inbound violation by the Dreamers. Not a big reaction from the Dreamers bench, though. Jamie Perlman next to Louis Chen, one of the team's spiritual leader, and general manager Jonathan. Joe, first time in the game, getting the bounce. No, as Wendell Lewis cleaning up the mess. McCullough trying to go to work on Manigault, crashing around as Hayden no good. Trying to go with power, and a whistle comes. Let's see who it's on. They say it's on Kenny Manigault, and that will be his first. And the fourth by the Kings. You see Julian Boyd forced the miss, but Wendell Lewis beating a couple Dreamers to the board. Meanwhile, on this side, kind of takes a couple of guys to block out Chris McCullough, who's one of the leading rebound getters in this series, but not a good stroke there. The referee's kind of challenging the crowd in the stadium. Keep the cheering going as McCullough fixes his jersey, all tucked in. And he goes 1 for 2. It's kind of a big deal because Chris McCullough, or Brisk, only a 51% free throw shooter with a playoff leading 45 attempts. Jeremy step back, just short as McCullough wrestles another board. Kick out to the right corner, Randall Walco. More driving kick, Hayden getting by 1, flipping it up, and it got it. One truism about guards in the Plus League, you got to be scoring your burden, as nice two-man game. Wendell Lewis from Joseph Lin. So Hayden, with that 6 field goals made, is kind of part of the reason you can't be just a defensive specialist. You kind of need to carry your weight on the offense, especially when you have your openings. On the switch, Hayden in front of Su Shen, opting to pass it off. McCullough on Joe on the baseline, rising above and getting it. Easy work. The help came very late for the Kings. So it's a 7-point lead for the Kings as Jeremy goes to work. Knocking down a step back. And timeout, Dreamers. Seems like the Kings not so happy about their defense, but they do have this 9-point lead. Trying to close out the Dreamers. Let's listen in.
Yo, Jeremy, he's just zigzagging. Yeah. You don't have to zigzag. Hey, with the lineup they just had, there was only Jeremy that could really shoot.
我们将召唤的是跟谁来一起的口腔喷雾，它可以在饭后之余呢，保持一个清爽的口气。
For the Kings, Austin Day will check in for the first time. Yang Jiming is back. And Su Shen will get a little bit more run. Meanwhile, on the Dreamer side, don't see any personnel changes. Open look and an easy swish by Jay Chen. Chen Zhenjie, 5.6 points in these playoffs per game. Kind of a step down from the 7.4. Down low, Su Shen quickly matched up by Walco. Nice adjustment to go to the reverse. Quick handoff play, Hayden with some momentum, slowing it up, back pass to Jay. Jeremy, good prediction of the move. Still 4 seconds left. Hayden's fadeaway, short as chase for the rebound, tipped out of bounds, look out. Looks like it'll stay with the Dreamers. There's a whole crew of bodies there. Deep inbound to Chen, guarded by Jeremy. Julian Boyd the screen, the deep three on the way, hits it. So a little team 5-point run belonging to Chen Zhenjie. The Taipei product now guarding Yang Jiming as down low again. And Su Shen another layup. Julian Boyd from the mid-range, keeping up the scoring. Julian Boyd, in the days he doesn't play, so much offensive rebounding, three-point work as Austin Day easy, and I think he's asking for another dreamer to try to guard him. Double team against McCullough, spinning around out of trouble. Now Walko get going. Jump to Boyd, up to Hayden from the top of the yard, hits it. And another three for the Dreamers as they've caught up a bit, only down by 4. Joe in the painted area, left open, his three, ooh, way off to the left. Now Coach Perlman calling the play. They'll start with McCullough as he starts a handoff with Walko. Not great spacing as McCullough will rise and fire from 3. Chen bumping into Jeremy. Whistle, no basket, but bonus free throws. Looks like more changes coming for the Dreamers. Chen, second personal, but the way he's shooting, maybe something worth protecting. Jeremy getting the first one. Bounce in. Already 8 points on the night. And on the series with that perfect free throw, still a 90% plus free throw shooter. In fact, it's 92% coming into tonight and just going up from this first quarter as Doug Creighton's in. Randall Walko is out. Front court pressure by the Kings as all the Dreamers move up. Now they back off. Skip pass. JP from 3. That's a splash. Just like that, the Dreamers down by just 1 possession. About a minute to go in the first quarter. Driving kick. Su Shen, he'll try from the left. Good board by Chen. Hayden trying to take the power. The reverse, no. 2 Dreamers in the vicinity. Going strong. And count it. Kings not stopping the dribble penetration, then not blocking out. It is Day's the first personal. More on the rebound than Su Shen on that attempted stop there. Short with it this time. Kings up by 1 with a 2-for-1 opportunity as Joe maneuvers left. Big hook pass to Su Shen. Off the knees and out of bounds. Something not right on that handoff play. Something's going to miss because the 3 Kings up top all look to Yang Jingming. Something going wrong with the execution of that play. McCullough, the step back on the way, hits it! The Dreamers find themselves on top of the game, 33-31. Last possession for the Kings. This second unit has not really been doing the business. Back to Joe. Dribble to a floater. So close, but out. So after 1 quarter play, Dreamers in the face of another elimination game. Lead by 2 points. The Kings have a little bit of an adjustment to make with this second unit for sure. We'll be back after the break.
家长王文祥王董事长，再一次用掌声欢迎王董事长。妈妈说，国王赢球就不用写作业。掌声给我们小朋友的妈妈。好，我们大家可以把自己的应援梯呢，来秀出你黄色的应援梯。我们的小卡也是可以给大家看一下。还有，我们可以跟我们大荧幕挥挥手。特别要感谢这3位刚刚帮我们在场边呢，还营救我们场上的球员。书豪哥哥加油！本季第26场，你来的第26场是吗 ？Kings Overcome 有跟上我们最新的标语，我们季后赛希望一步一步呢走向我们的总冠军。现场很多球迷朋友们都自己做一些有创意的小板板哦。
好，现场的球迷朋友，我们有遗失一只红色的 iPhone 在商品部，记得去领取。还有 Sony Xperia 白色的手机，如果有捡到的话，麻烦帮我们还到商品部。
Welcome back inside Xingzhuang Gymnasium, home of the new Taipei Kings. Looks like Coach Marchand has the ice water to keep him hydrated and maybe cool. The last possession, a close miss by Joseph Lin. Trying to break open his scoring game. One of the biggest notes from the first quarter, the Dreamers 6 of 9 from three-point land, while the Kings 0 for 5. That was by 5 different shooters too, so it's not like one guy is just bombing away. Doug on the down screen. Stopped by the Kings as Gilbeck chases the board, but space for the Dreamers. Boyd faking the pass, now down low. Gilbeck with an easy slam. Again, whoever's winning these second effort battles seems to be gaining back the momentum. In the first quarter is Wendell Lewis, but Chris McCullough got his, and that was Gilbeck who got it back from Julian Boyd, and now on the rebound. In the free throw department, Kings have 9 attempts to the Dreamers 3. Down low to Gilbeck, speed move baseline, and an easy dunk on Austin Day. Trying to, I'm assuming, get the offensive foul, but kind of hard when you have your back turned to the offensive player. Joe got past Hayden, now back to Manigault on the switch. Going with power, kick out. Joe's catch and shoot on the way. Falling good. Making up for that bad break into the first quarter, but everything that matters is the next shot. Little give and go, no. Gilbeck tripping and falling. The ball, a dribbled pass as Hayden missing that shot on the crash, really. Intercepted pass, not enough velocity as Dreamers slow pass and eventually get it up. Kenny Manigault guarding Gilbeck, but a steal ahead. JJ will line up to 3, too strong. Vincent, or Janyota has been having major problems trying to stay on the floor in this series. Not shooting very well. Top pass and a offensive 3 seconds. And a line change for the Dreamers just a couple of minutes in. Anji will be guarding Lee Kai-yin, and Kenny Chen will be guarding Jeremy, coming up for the inbound. Manigal thought about it, back to Yang Qingming, but Gilbeck good contest into a tough turnaround jump shot, somehow getting it to fall. That's Yang Qingming's first score of the night. Two-man game as McCullough feeling some deep himself, and that one's drained. Pretty decent defense by the Kings. As a foul by Kenny Chen. Little hip tackle there of Jeremy, but immediately back up. Ready to go again. Jeremy gutting past one. Now the driving kick. Lee Kai-yin flies through and blows it. Thankfully falls okay, as I call it a late call, but a foul that I think is correct. Lee Kai-yin lost his balance there at mid-air. Get another look at the arm hook on the way up. Looking up at the scoreboard in the stadium, that's McCullough's first foul, as Lee Kai-yin will head to the line. Ball rolling out on the series. Lee Kai-yin only 7 for 13 from the line on the series. Makes the correction on the second. So the Kings down by 3 now. Ball picked away. Lee Kai-yin back fake to the layup. Stopped as Kenny Manigal will put it back in. A good sequence by the Kings. Achi will launch from 3. Big bounce. Won by amigo Yang Qingming. As Jeremy will slice all the way right, now left. Trying to find some space. Kick out and a foul as little extracurriculars. The referees separate everybody. Bing Junji called. Taking the bump. Bing Junji, but illegally. So Hayden will run to the score table and onto the floor. There you see the pick by Lee Kai-yin. And I thought the back fake got Briss, but it did not. Offered up a good enough contest, but Manigal dutiful as that second man trailing the play. And Jeremy getting a double ball screen on the sideline to the right-handed runner. The Kings find themselves up by 1. And an offensive foul. I think that's going to be Hayden against Lee Kai-yin. I want to see that one again. Oh no, it's actually Brandon Gilbeck crashing into Lee Kai-yin. And if that's the case, Brandon Gilbeck's third personal, as it seems like Coach Perlman has been teed up. I understand defending your players, but it's also, the players got to be smart enough to run into trouble like that. So far in the quarter, it's Dreamers 4 fouls to the Kings 0. Jeremy will take the free throw. So after the technical, it's Kings up by 2. Hayden in the run point. Guarding Kyle on the defensive side. Kenny trying to close down the space. Good driving kick, but Yang Jingmi stayed in front of. Now pulls up his deep 2. I don't know if it catches anything. I hear plenty of travel complaints here at the Dreamers bench, whether it's from their fans in the stands or from their bench. Kenny shoveling off a pass, lost his balance there as Boyd screens for Hayden. There's an angle, putting it up and in. Utilizing the backboard, Hayden's got a couple scores, now 7 points on his night. Manigault trying to go with power, could not beat McCullough, and a blocked shot. And a foul. Boyd trying to help out with the screen, and looks like holding. Suspect delay of game there. Basketball somehow getting away from the side of the court. Kenny Manigault's third personal. One thing that I would hope that the coaching staff talked about, which not all the time demonstrated, is keeping your cool in a tight game like such. Wendell Lewis trying to stay in front of Boyd, flipping it back, but stopped. Numbers for the Kings as Day fresh in, rifling a big pass to Lee Kai-yen. Getting around and trying to dump off a pass. Fans in the stands need to sit down. We'll stay with the Kings. Substitution to bring Joe in. Saw Yang Jimmy toss his arm sweatband into the Kings bench as he left that way, as Austin Day blows it from close. Trying to get back to lead. Ryan just keeping his balance. Tough jumper in Jeremy's face, getting it to fall. Well, tough shot making is also going to be a key in a tight game like this, as McCullough hits Jeremy. There will be free throws coming up, but Jeremy taking some inventory, kind of shake off maybe a shoulder stinger. Hey, Jeremy played pretty good defense, but better shot making won the day. If you just look at the series, Lupa now only 4.4 points on 27% shooting. But coming alive in the last game. After a couple threes last time we were here in Xinjiang. So Jeremy trying to tie things up. Good with the first. Sure you've heard out of Harvard University, but maybe closer to my home, Palo Alto High. He goes 2 for 2. Backdoor to Ryan, but across the lane. Now on the other block against Jeremy. 6 seconds as Hayden, he'll fire away from 3. That was banked home. All tough shots and lucky shots. Dreamers take the lead back. Hayden with 10 points in the game is good control by Kyle. Nothing called as Lewis can't finish the playoff. Now a couple Kings behind. Dreamers have it ahead. McCullough hit and gets the and one. So now a 5-point lead. As you can really hear the away fans. You see Austin Day, a pretty good contest, but just put more arc under it. And over here, the bump and then the swipe. Still not enough to dissuade McCullough. Austin Day second personal as timeout is called. We'll go to a break and back to the action after this.
2楼的朋友，如果2楼的朋友，如果你们够激烈，你们也可以捡到尖叫声。好，麻烦捡到的朋友，捡到球的朋友，请到我们的商品部，我们呢会有工作人员引导你们下来。等一下要参加我们的中场小游戏。现在呢，我们场边的是水王啦，一起为我们新的
The Formosa Dreamers on the road going on a run. That's 5 straight points with an and 1 free throw coming up. The Kings last called this timeout. We have 5 minutes 18 left on the first quarter clock. So far leading the scorers in the game is Jeremy with 14 points and Chris McCullough with 13 points for the respective squads. Definitely seemed like, talking about sequence, Lee Kai-en went to the basket and was thrown off balance, but no call. But on the other side, smart that the Dreamers with numbers advantage would go to the basket, and a good candidate is Chris McCullough with the tall frame, the agility, and a good finishing, and cashing the free throw. So first offensive play for the Kings. Ball between Lewis's legs, but he collects it, goes speed move, and an offensive foul. Julian Boyd looks like took a hit to the noggin. Wendell Lewis's first personal. Thankfully that for the Kings part, he didn't turn it over as that violent clear out left arm, and they'll change out the basketball. Wendell Lewis, especially fresh out of being substituted into the game, kind of turnover prone. Sometimes it's illegal screens, and in this particular case, it was the clear out swing behind elbow. Just a common foul. The Kings third on the quarter as Hayden streaking through with a little space. Boyce 3, bouncing out. Day getting by a couple of Dreamers as Joe patient with it. Looking for a pass as Jeremy 3 dribbles and kick. Lee Kai-en from the right side, no. Day in good positioning as another chance for the Kings. Jeremy from the top, short. Look what I found, Lee Kai-en right in the right spot as Jeremy tries again and again short. Team rebounding by the Dreamers. It's McCullough off the high post guarded by Kyle. Now backing down. And a whistle comes. Otherwise, it would have been a travel. Fortunately for Li-Kai, and that's his third personal. Does have the mismatch and more or less unlucky timing-wise. Just bumping McCullough at the wrong time, but only a sideline out of bounds. Taking a tough runner there as Jeremy immediately matched up by Chen. Weed pass ahead, Joe. Double team goes away as he's going baseline, flipping it to Lewis, ball gets away. The Dreamers will slow it up. Hayden into the paint, over to Jay. He'll take the dribble pull-up, and that's butter. Now Dreamers up to the 8-point lead. Joe will go into the runner range and get it off the bank. His second score of the game, 5 points to his name. 8 Kings have scored so far as Hayden just barely nicking the rim. On the Kings side, they have 7 scores on the game as Jeremy, he takes a step back and that's his range. And it's the Dreamers calling a timeout despite having good momentum. Don't want to be too careful. Coach Marchand chasing the referee to under the basket. Saw previously Joe, that's kind of his rhythm, and finally, he recognizes the space, recognizes the defense, and over on this side, Jeremy taking advantage of his physicality on the dribble, getting some space, and Lupanyang's contest not enough. 3-point shooting for Jeremy in the regular season, 43%, was leading the league near 50% most of the season, but only 28% in the playoffs. The one game day and one day after and another game day rhythm is certainly a lot for all the players out on the floor. Maybe that might be taking away some of his lift and everybody's lift. On the night, already 16 points for Jeremy. 4 field goals and plenty of converting free throws where he's 8 for 8. Not seen a lot of Aji with the 3 fouls. No score yet on his night. Certainly a big surprise. He's kind of waiting for his possible breakout in the game in these playoffs. The Dreamers took their last full timeout. Kings still have one in their pocket. Less than 3 minutes to play. Brandon Gilbeck in, screening for McCullough, off ball. And a rescreen for Jay. He's maneuvering right, charging through the middle. The reverse coming and somehow coming down through the net. Jay Chen with another impressive score. He's got 10 points. Jay, shot fake, ball poked away, and will bounce out of bounds, stay to gold. I wonder if referees do say gold, or they say yellow instead. There you see good ball security, and good enough finish, even around the long arms of Day. Jeremy on the catch, and the shot, downing another basket. And number 7, Jeremy Lin. 18 points on his night. Kings down by just 4. Gilbeck fakes the handoff, now looking for an outlet. Screen for Hayden. Slow, now he goes with the left hand, no good. How about on the second effort, also off as long rebound. Chased down by Green, Walker catching his shoes. Lewis, good board. Getting Gilbeck, but not on the second effort. Or was it a pass to Lewis? I think we'll have to ask the scorer's table, but based on the pointing by the two players, maybe an assist. Though Lewis is now up to 11 points, 9 rebounds. On the deck and getting up quickly. Still 8 seconds on the shot clock as Gilbeck needs to get out of the 3 seconds. Hayden into the paint. The jumper's no good. Kings running it down. Joe going middle. Early foul call. Look out. The foul call was made, but Ryan Marchand charging out onto the court. I'm not entirely sure what he's arguing. He's got the foul call for him. Get another look. You see that touch, and certainly a little bit of a player safety situation. The basket will count. While the Dreamers might be like me, thinking it might be a pass coming up. Joe took it all the way. And the referee giving the thumbs up to the Kings bench. So here's the and one free throw. That's short and to the right. Achi avoiding the defense, clutching in the air and still downing it. But welcome to the scoring front for Lee Jungji. He's tasked with guarding Joseph Lin on the other side. Joe from 3, dancing off. In a tough contest, Dreamers by 2 as Ling Jungji making a move, putting it up off glass, no luck. Jeremy will charge down the court. Holding out Kenny, the whistle does come. 2 free throws coming up as he looks like he took a shot on that left elbow. It's Kenny, looks like his second personal. So add one more bruise to the Jeremy bruise counter. Time for offense and defense. Lin Jingbang in for Yang Jingming. 3 分提供奖项请求换人。2 free throws. Jeremy connecting on the first, so he stays perfect from the line. Now with another ailment to shake off. Trying to even up the game before half. He does. Trying to get even more offense in. Jay Chen in for Kenny. So 6 seconds for the Dreamers to execute something full court. Achi with a head of steam, pulling up. Download a boy, foul bounced out, and time will expire. So good deflection by the Kings. 56-56. After 1 half of play, a very high scoring first half. Very unfamiliar for those of you watching this series between these two squads, but you never know in an elimination game. A possible elimination game for the Dreamers, possible game clincher to the finals for the Kings. We'll have to see about the second half after this.
我们的 music chair 呢，会有我们的来 DJ 上，会有我们的 DJ 上来播放音乐。音乐播的时候呢，你们就要顺着椅子一起走动，一定要走，不能停在原地，一定要走。等到音乐一停，就要抢到椅子，马上坐下。我们不要受伤为主 ，OK 吗 ？OK， 麻烦6位请上前围一个圈。好的。来，我们6位请做准备哦。来，我们来，这位帅哥你到这个角好了，我们补满每个角落。好 ，OK， 这样子。来，美女你到这边。好 ，OK， 来哦。我等下3、2、1的时候仔细听音乐，音乐一结束呢，马上坐到位置上。OK，6个人抢5张椅子哦。来喽 ，Music Chair， 抢的 Beat。好，跟着节奏一起，究竟是谁？大风吹吹什么？Music Chair， 好了，就我们这边看是女生，对不对？美女，大家给这位帅哥一点掌声吧。好，我们现在减少1张椅子哦，5个抢4张椅子哦。来喽，准备 ，DJ 上 ，Let's go！ 来哦，加快脚步哦。就近。这一位是，所以这2个，你们2个感情蛮好的。那我们来看一下是。做的面积比较大吗？有尺吗？臀围好，黄色衣服的这位朋友，大家给弟弟一点掌声吧 ，Come on， 可以，弟弟来，我们到后面等一下，再抽掉1张椅子，4取3，来哦，哇，准备，我们这一次呢，把脚步加快一点，好不好？加快一点点 ，Let's go， 加快你的脚步。跑起来，跑起来 ！Here we go。还没。这位帅哥用非常丝滑的姿势淘汰了。来到我们旁边稍等，来了，3位取2位，就是。
A little musical chairs at halftime here from the Xingzhong Gymnasium.
Let's go.
Interrupting our tightly fought basketball contest between the Formosa Dreamers and New Taipei Kings. 56 all after 1 half of play. Considering the scoring average is 87 points per game, it's been a very offensive battle up to this point. Wu Fengchen and Mark Tianwei on the Mandarin broadcast. I'm Ryan Chen. Thank you for joining us in another Plus League playoff game. This is our 12th straight game day because of the first round 1 day on, 1 day off schedule for these clubs. Looking through some of the highlights in the early part of the game. There's a number of players with a little bit of foul trouble on the Dreamer side. Brandon Gilbeck with 3 personal fouls. He's only played less than 10 minutes up to this point. And number 11, Li Jingji, only playing 8 minutes with his 3 fouls. He does lead the game with 5 assists, but perhaps either their foul control or their defense, something to keep a lookout for if Jamie Plumlee can get them back into the rotation. On the Kings side, the biggest highlight up to this point has to be Jeremy Lin. Last game, 6 for 16 from the field, 5 of 5 from the line, only 16 points tonight. The three-pointer range maybe not so good, but the jump shot within about 20 feet has been excellent, and that's really started things off. He's played very under control and has taken 10 free throws and made all 10 of them. So we'll see if that can continue for the second half. That's really the nexus, the focal point of the Kings offense. And meanwhile, his brother, Joseph Lin, has the only three-pointer made for the Kings at this point. They are only 1 for 11. He and the second squad for the Kings had a rough first quarter, but they've made a good correction in the second quarter. At least on a run or two has been in good rhythm, but the main thing for both teams definitely has to be defense. And one example, number 3, Hayden Wu Jianjun, we highlighted pregame. He does have 10 points in this game, but only on 12 field goals. So not very good mark of efficiency. So it is the 6th game of the series, and kind of know every single one-on-one defensive matchup. And so seeing both teams do the best they can to try to get on the run with some fast break attacks in his space and perhaps causing the other team to foul. There's the team statistics. We have points, field goal shooting, three-point shooting, rebounds, assists, and turnovers. The Kings leading in the rebounding department, but down in the three-point department. Turnovers quite close. And considering the Kings' poor shooting from outside and the Dreamers' above average shooting from the outside, it's kind of that home court advantage, that energy. There's Kings have been taking advantage of a few more putback efforts in the game. That'll be it for the first segment. We'll take a break, and the second segment of analysis after this.
好，我们现场的球迷朋友们可以利用这个时间呢，到我们的城堡周边活动呢走走逛逛啊。当然，我们今天也有非常多的活动，希望大家都可以参与，为我们新北国王加油应援 ！Let's go Kings！
「
Taking a look at some of the faces in the crowd and the signs in the stands. The second segment, we bring you the leading scorers, where Chris McCullough has 14, Jay Chen and Hayden for the Dreamers coming off the bench, 10 points apiece. Julian Boyd with 7 points, and Ryan Luquanliang with 5 points. And on the Kings side, Jeremy with 20, Wendell Lewis with 11, Kenny Manigault with 7, just along with Joseph Lin 7, and Su Sixuan coming off the bench in this game with a couple of layups. Notably, there's 10 Kings offensive rebounds where they average 12 on the series. The Kings did try to rotate number 10 Jayota for a few minutes, but that was not meant to last long with a fast break 3 missed. Meanwhile, on the Dreamer side, rotating 10 just to have all series. About 4 minutes away from the start of the second half after the following messages.
在比赛结束之前，记得去我们商品部呢做登记。那我们会再把这个联名的饰品呢寄送到你家。
Moments away from the start of the second half. So far up to this point in the game, the Kings have led for 11 minutes, 52 seconds. Dreamers for 9 minutes, 48. The biggest lead, 10 points and 8 points respectively. So there's momentum on both sides as we get to enjoy the Jeremy Lin highlights from the first half. 5 of 9 from the field, 10 for 10 from the free throw line, 20 points. Again, it seems like the deep 2 has been the comfortable range for him. 3-point shooting was a little bit of a struggle, going 0 for 3, but like any good player, making the adjustment to whatever is most efficient. On the Dreamer side is Chen with his 10 points. He's a perfect 4 for 4 from the field and has the primary defensive coverage of Jeremy when he's out there. In the plus-minus department, he is a second on the team with +9 to Julian Boyd, +12. And three-point shooting will definitely be a pretty important key for the Dreamers if they need to counter the Kings' extra effort and what I assume is a 50-50 ball advantage. There's the comparison for Hayden's 10 points versus Jay's 10 points. Very different efficiency, but Hayden with a couple of made threes has to feel good for the Dreamer staff to get that kind of firepower from their backup point guard. Out on the floor for the Dreamers, the same starting 5, and the Kings will also start their same starting 5. Kenny Manigault going through the middle, keeping control, but no good. Another offensive rebound as Jeremy shot fake, kick out. Yang Jimmy from the right side hits it. So good patience there by the Kings. Jeremy knows that the other team will respect his shot in any range, so there's your opportunity. Big bounce out of bounds. Good catch by our photographer. Seated in the back of that section. Long inbound for the Dreamers as looked like a rugby out of bounds play there. McCullough skying high above. Aji going to the floor. Kenny Chen off of the foot of someone. Lee Kayan up ahead to Jeremy. Nobody in front, and it leads to a 5-point run for the Kings out of half. Dreamers need an answer as McCullough goes tough. Stopped by Lewis and an early foul on the rebound. Dreamers trying to contend that should be a continuation. See the dribble off of Jeremy's foot, it looked like, and then they let that Luka tag go, and good result for the Kings, 2 points. Now Jimmy back on Ryan. Is a +3. Pass. Gilbeck trying to find an outlet. Drag screen, switching to a sideline screen. But Achi didn't offer up a pass. Now pressured, flipping it up for a turnover. Kenny Manigault will get into the paint. A foul comes. He crashes to the hardwood. Chris McCullough, I think that's his 3rd personal. Manigault with first opportunity. Burying the first free throw. His first half, under 15 minutes played, compared to his series, playing nearly 40 minutes, relatively speaking. A lighter load, but you never know. Goes 2 for 2. The Dreamers down by 7. McCullough goes to screen. Ryan kicking out to Kenny. The 3, good contest, and it's left short. Kings push it ahead in space. Manigault from the wing over to Jeremy, waving off the screen. He's going. Now the sidestepper, the deep shot on the way, bouncing out. Team rebounding by Green. Jeremy going under, now catching up to Lintrigi, flipping up a wild one. Rebound Kings, they have numbers. Kenny Manigault taking the contact, putting it up for a miss, as Gilbeck chasing behind for the rebound. Kick out to Kenny. This time he hesitates, going inside, trying to switch hands. Almost had it. The other way, Yangtimi, his three, in and out. Yangtimi holding out Vikai and kicking it to Kenny, crashing through, no whistle. And there's a foul on the rebound. The entire Kings bench standing up with the unsportsmanlike signal. Just a common foul as Jeremy, before that, took a hit. And changes for the Dreamers. And there you see what the Kings saw, that tug. So with that, 2 fouls by the Dreamers as Achi has 4. Jeremy, Yang Jimmy, couple dribbles and a running jump shot. No, very close again. Hayden working around the screen as Jay going on Jeremy, flipping it up, but a stop for the Kings. Jeremy's been one of the best Kings defenders. Mismatch, Manigault going baseline, flipping it up over Gilbeck, and a foul from behind. It's Lu Guanliang trying to help on the rebound. 3 fouls as a squad. Baseline out of bounds as Boyd takes Gilbeck's place on the floor. Now Jimmy from the short corner, that's good. Not had that many touches. Yang Jimmy now up to 7. As Haiti getting around, loading it up for a miss. Players going down on both sides. Down to Lewis, working with Yang Jimmy. Back down to him, but McCullough was there for the stop. McCullough will take the tough 3. Kenny Manigault with a good defense. They're matched up both ways. Look out as Jeremy tumbles through. So a foul. It'll be, I believe, sidelined out of bounds. But the Kings, with a good start to the 3rd quarter, now find themselves up by 9.
场下的主持人一定会丢出小礼物，我们2楼、3楼我们也有啦啦队呢，会一起丢出小礼物，所以可以注意一下你的周边哦。
一起的很好，阻止他们的梦想成真哦。
来哦，不止1楼，我们2、3楼都有 啦啦队以及工作人员在丢出小礼物
你们是。来自哪里？
请发出你最大的尖叫声，让我们把小礼物送到你的手上。
So far on the third quarter, 9-0 for the new Taipei Kings. And I really think that Jeremy Lin deserves almost all of the credit for being as stout as he has been defensively. Grabbing 3 rebounds and dishing a couple of assists. Meanwhile, on the Dreamers side, they've already made substitutions, but so far 0 for 9 from the field. Only able to secure 1 Brandon Gilbeck rebound, but he was subbed out at about the 7:45 mark, so maybe not a lot of time for Julian Boyd to go to work on the offensive rebounds. The Dreamers also had that critical Kenny Chen dribble turnover that resulted in the Kings' fast break. Ball getting away, it's McCullough with 2 in front of him, trying to slither around, and we'll have to earn it from the line. Austin Day going to the bench saying it was my foul. And that's what the scoreboard indicates, his 3rd personal.
来哦，新美国所有的球迷朋友们，来喽！
Off the line, McCullough. Perfect with the first. When you're on the road, you need everything. At this point of the game, he's the only one who's taken free throws, 2 for 4. He goes 2 for 2. So the Dreamers are on the board if you're just looking at the second half, as again more tight coverage by Brisk on the perimeter. Now it's Austin Dade looking for a handoff. Lee Kai-yen. Good fundamentals, spinning to an intercepted pass by Doug. Julian Boyd going middle with it, and that's a bingo. I thought he had a chance baseline, but he made it anyways. Dreamers defense kind of misaligned as Yang Jimin trying to get past Jian Hao, and he gets the reverse. Dreamers down by 7 as Jay stopped by Jeremy, now on the switch. Post up by McCullough. Deep 2-range strip by Jeremy. It was clean as number 7 brings it up court. Got a step on McCullough, ball getting away, and a foul is called. This will result in Kings free throws. They're trying to argue about that last play, but I'd like to take another look. It looks like the hands go up, the basketball goes down, and that's what I saw. Really can't equate the 2 plays. We haven't seen that one on the second. So Jeremy at the free throw line by hands on knees. Lots of fatigue on his facial expression. And certainly in his body language as well. Gilbeck will come in. McCullough will head out with 4 fouls. Jeremy keep on adding to his point totals. 23, 6 rebounds, and 4 dimes. but his first miss on the night. At least when it comes to free throw shootings. The other way, Boyd looking for a pass. Hayden, he's open from 3, and all net with it. Just like that, Dreamers down by 5. Joe screening for Jeremy. The Dreamers don't switch as Gilbeck forcing the pass out. Jeremy getting it back. Baseline deflected pass. Hayden has it. Look out on the jump. Hayden maneuvering left into the mid-range. His jumper on the way, no good. Dreamers try to match up as they're getting dug in the pick and roll. Now Yang Chimi going one-on-one. His jumper on the way. Not the case. Trying to close down the gap. Chen will offer from deep, and that's pure. Timeout Kings, as the early lead has now been reduced to just 2 points. 4 minutes left here in the third. Kings, besides Jeremy, kind of settling on the outside, and the Dreamers dialing back up that 3-point shooting. It's Hayden with a 3, then Jay following his backcourt mate up with another. Seems like the Kings need to make an adjustment to be a little bit more aggressive on those ball screens. Chen now with 13 points on the night, a perfect 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. He and Hayden also with 13 points, really doing a great job in place of Ling Junju, who struggled only 1 for 7 on the game. But for Coach Perlman, anything it takes to get to Game 7 at home. On offense, Manny Gall got a step on Doug, kick out to Yang Jimmy, open this time and still no good. Now time to test the pick and roll coverage for the Kings. Now on the switch, Boyd, kick out to Hayden, shot fake, slow with a runner and off. Manny Gall here for takeoff, but looked like it might have been blocked by Gilbeck. Chen, now the most dangerous Dreamer, got Jeremy in the air, and a holding foul will be the Kings' third, Jeremy's second. Now that's a player in real good rhythm. Don't really fault Jeremy there. There, see, maybe Gilbeck didn't get the block, but he was the only Dreamer in the vicinity, so credit for the stop on the play. Chen's free throw shooting a little bit too quick with the rhythm. Misfiring from the charity stripe. goes 0 for 2. Well, so much for being the hottest man for the Dreamer squad. Jeremy again with Joe on the ball screen. Now working with Lewis. Hand up goes away. Skip past to Manigault. Jalen Boyd in front of him, closing the distance. Stuck on the baseline, and time will expire. So despite Jay Chen going 0 for 2, the Kings come up empty in their next possession. Jeremy to the hardwood. Hayden on the left wing, trying to call up a different screener. Stop by Kyle, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Jay Chen close to the logo. Good to get it on the rim as Boyd will chase it to the Kings bench, but out of bounds. Change, looks like to get Venti in for Jeremy. Certainly fatigue-wise, it seems like the right move for the Kings. Jeremy up to this point in the game, already 30 minutes played. So immediately after the play, Joe missing, and the miss putback by a couple of the Kings that look like Manigault and Wendell Lewis in the vicinity. Gilbeck looking for a handoff. Flip down to Jay, lost it on the juggle, but still able to put it in. We are tied up at 68. This third quarter so far just been 12-12. Joe, probe in the middle, stopping the dribble, out to Venti, putting it on the deck, ball taken away. 3-on-2, Jay Chen ahead, Joe in front, getting the roll. Dreamers on top by 2. Two-man game with Cayenne taking the jumper. That rolls in now, following his own, but missing. Did not anticipate he'd be that open on that offensive rebound, I guess. A drag screen by Gilbeck and a second screen. He needs to vacate the paint. Venti guarding Jay Chen. He'll try another pull-up 3 off to the left this time. Joe missing the crossover dribble, now waiting on the screen, maneuvering right. Manigault on the block. Tough turnaround on the way, overshot as they say Kings basketball. Gilbeck had inside position, I should say. Wendell Lewis behind him. Let's take another look what the referee might have saw. And I would agree, Wendell Lewis looks like he hit it off of Gilbeck's hands. Austin Day will check in for Kenny Manigault. 7-second shot clock, game clock difference. Lee Cayenne denied one way, slipped in the middle, ball away. Boyd, one man to beat, it's Cayenne, and he blows the layup. No foul call, so numbers for the Kings. Big skip pass, Venti from the left corner, in and out. And the third quarter will expire just like that. So first, it was a new Taipei Kings run. Then it's the Dreamers counter-punching. They're up by 2, heading into the 4th and final frame here in Game 6. We'll be back after this.
拿出你的黄色应援单 T， 我看一下，今晚关门，我们没有要去台中，我们不打G7啊！给新美国尖叫声！ 说得好，说得好，说得好，说得妙。来，我们呢一起秀出你的应援黄色短 T。Hello， 欢迎来到我们的新庄城堡 ，Let's go。Hello， 我们妈妈，你好。Hello， 两位一起秀出你的应援短 T。We overcome, let's go Kings。哦，这个字有点远，我看一下。书豪哥哥加油！ Hello， 欢迎来到我们的新庄城堡。没错，就是你们。哇，穿他们55号 Candy Mexico 的球衣，感谢你的支持。Hello， 小朋友们，欢迎来到新庄城堡。Hello， 没错，就是你们，来跟我们的大荧幕挥挥手好吗？你好，欢迎来到我们新庄城堡，看一下我们的大荧幕哦。又回到你们了，又回到你们了，大家可以跟着节奏一起来，嗨，大荧幕美女就是你，没错 ，Let's go Kings！ 哇，这球迷非常激烈 ，Let's go！ 可以跟我们刚才的球迷一样哦，开心的话可以一起跳舞。
Plus 里球迷 Oh My Basketball 是我本人在 IFB Bar 学英文吧，教你篮球的英文术语，欢迎大家点资讯栏连接一起学习。It was a 14-point Dreamers third versus a 12-point Kings third quarter, and here's the defensive game I was telling you guys about. Looking back on the third quarter, the Kings continued to struggle from three-point land. They even had trouble with some of their putback opportunities. They also committed 7 turnovers, a ton of deflected passes where the Dreamers stepping in instead of fearful of being punished on the backside by scorers. Meanwhile, on the Dreamer side, they're scoring belonging to Chen 7 points. He looked like he had the player with the most confidence and the most swagger out there. Li Juji to start this fourth. Plenty of rest there in the third, having only played less than 4 minutes. Ball getting away, McCullough chasing it, and the dodgeball with Li Kai-yin. We'll stay Dreamers basketball 6 seconds, right around the timeline. Dreamers with their starting lineup out there. Kings with Austin Day for Kenny Manigault. Ryan going baseline. Lewis has him on the other side of the basket, and just a shot clock violation. A first play stop by the Kings. Jeremy bringing it across the timeline in front of Kenny Chen's defense. Joe screening, not very solid, but open in the corner was Austin Day. Finally, kind of breaking the seal for the Kings. They're up by 1. Oh, a tough jumper, ball getting away. Flip up the window, Lewis, but misses the alley. Long rebound to the Dreamers. Izuchi going down the middle, blocked. Kenny in the rebound. After the pump, softly putting it through. So what a swing, a missed alley to a putback as Jeremy taken to the ground. Joe kick out to Kai-yin. The dribble pull up on the way. Nylon. On the night, number 9, Li Kai-yin now with 5 points. Power set for the Dreamers as Day goes down, and it's an offensive foul. Brandon Gilbeck, that'll be his 4th. Another look at his foot just arriving a beat late, or you can say McCullough went a beat early. So out of the turnover, a 3-man game. Weird looking pistol for the Lin brothers and Day. Double goes his way. Austin Day wide open. Taking it to the deck, hooking a pass. Kyle's 3 hits the side of the backboard. McCullough tried to answer. Jeremy running the show, stopping. 2 feet in the paint as he takes the fadeaway jumper. That's good. So under control. Jeremy Lin now with 25 on the night. Kings up by 3 as Achi goes back door. Hanging on to the dribble, flipping it for a miss. Got his own board. Out to Ryan. He offers from 3. The low line drive, taking a big ricochet. And Jeremy continuing with a good work. Crossover. The jumper on the way. Another one! A little confusion out on the floor as the basketball got away. I'll need to check if enough players on the floor because Chris McCullough was headed toward the bench. If anything, a possible delay of game was at hand. Need an answer. Achi, he'll rise and fire. That's good. Making it from the left wing. Lee Junji would be a great boost for the Dreamers. Joe got Gilbeck on the switch. Around to Jeremy, switching over right. Edge fakes, keeping the dribble alive. Cayenne down low to Lewis, blocked by Gilbeck. Dreamers going the other way. McCullough around Cayenne, around Day. He'll go. And he's hit. Foul coming up, and free throws coming up. Took a lot out of him to get down court. Looking up, that should be Wendell Lewis's 2nd personal. You're gonna look at the skilled dribbling. Behind the back, then the hesitation and smacking the wrist. Lewis is out, Kenny Manigault is in. Meanwhile, on the Dreamer side, Julian Boyd is in for Gilbeck. Well, critical free throws coming up. 8 minutes left in the ball game. Taking the first, McCullough on his night, 5 of 7 from the line. Tying Jane Chen with a team lead of 17 points. Also has 6 rebounds, that one short. And Manigault playing it safe with that rebound. Need to get across the timeline. Achi on Joe. Going right, switching. A little crease, back pass to Day. His catch and shoot. Yes! Quickly down the other way. It's Jeremy fouling McCullough. Coming in with the help. As Lee Cayenne was shadowing Lee Junji the whole way down. Jeremy's 3rd. Don't think he's in any foul troubles yet. Kenny Chen out, Jay Chen in. Now I'm saying it close to the same pronunciation in English, but in Mandarin it's Chen and Chen. Way short with that one. Looking up at the scoreboard, and you can see it on the your score bug on the broadcast. 2 Kings fouls on the quarter. This one falls in. Jeremy trying to get it back. Day screening for his left side. He's maneuvering. His step back on the way. No, Manigault in better position. Behind the back to Jeremy, but not an accurate pass. So on the switch, though, double team Day. Now he'll fire. That's good. Making it a 6-point Kings lead for Austin Day. He's got 11. Ball out of bounds. Kings basketball. Maybe looking for a courtside seat as we get another look. 2 on a side, no help from the other Dreamers. As the 3-point shooting starting to pick up here in the 4th for the Kings. 3 for 3 is Austin Day. Now he's got a mismatch. McCullough on the help. Manigault through the middle, getting it to fall. Sure, it'll be a delay of game warning, but not much for the Kings to really worry that much about. 17-7, the quarter scoring for the Kings. McCullough and Jamie Perlman trying to negotiate something. Perhaps something to do with their defensive coverage. Boyd screening for McCullough, passing it off. Off spacing is Luka. Now he'll go from 3. No, McCullough up close and swallowed up. And a foul call will come from the trailing referee, it looks like. We'll see who it's on. It looks like indeed there was contact. Now, Jeremy would probably claim that he hit the basketball first. You also can't really follow through and hit the opponent's head. Now up to his 4th personal. Lee Kyan will head out. In his place is going to be Lee. Phillip challenge the free throw shooting. Now McCullough kind of falling back to his average on the series, 6 for 11. He again goes 1 for 2. Jeremy waiting on the Day screen. It's ghosted. Now resetting up. Julian Boyd switching back, leaving Jeremy open. His 3, so close as Hayden. Long rebound. We'll try to find an opportunity. Dreamers down by 7 as Boyd on the block. Jeremy in front, trying to go with power, a stop. How about on the second effort? Swatted away by Manigal. Good help defense. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Deep inbound to Jay. Jeremy quickly matches up. The ball getting away. The dive for it. And out of bounds. It's Kings basketball. Denver's got to be feeling the pressure. There you see a nice pick by Jeremy, as I think it's rightful that the hand fighting the referees let go. It was for both players. Right now, if you're the Dreamers, you're really looking for anybody to find you easy scores. Meanwhile, if you're the Kings, right now feeling a pretty good rhythm with this Jeremy and Austin Day pick and roll. Long cleanup of the floor. Lots of players went to the hardwood. This time it's Manigal ghosting the screen. Dreamers switch back. Joe has got a one-on-one. Back to Manigal. He'll rise and fire. Wet. And a 10-point lead for the Kings, as the crowd really getting into it now. The announced attendance tonight, 5,260. McCullough getting it back. Joseph Lynn in front of him. A lot of Kings in the neighborhood. A wild dribble. Downloaded late to Jay Chen. History on the way, beating the clock. A desperately needed score from the Dreamers. Jeremy's got to step into the painted area, fading back, but rolling out. And a foul there. Julian Boyd coming around, and if it's on Jeremy, that'll be his 5th personal. Okay, now we could say he's got the foul situation on his mind. Gilbeck will come in for McCullough. Long mop-up job for the assistant underneath the basket for the Kings. 4 minutes to play. It's a 7-point game as Hayden swinging around, looping in from the right corner, overshooting it. It was a pretty good look for the Dreamers, but now Kings want to get back up by double digits. It's Manigal stepping in, now stepping away. Joe setting up. We got the switch. Jeremy with a jumper from the baseline. Easy work. Now with that, the Dreamers call timeout. Putting up a decent fight, but so far in this 4th quarter, Jeremy Lin and Austin Day have been holding them away. We'll be back after the following messages here in the 4th quarter.
Gotcha, crazy.
Chen 叫声给我们的 New Taipei Quiz 以及新北国王。Everybody put your hands up， 会唱的一起唱，哇！唱起来 ，Here we go, here we go, here we go。
Welcome back inside of Xinjiang Gymnasium. we're getting a look at the highlights for Austin Day. 2 points in the first half, 9 points in the second half. Taking advantage of his catch and shoot threes, giving us shades of Alec Brown from last night. Helping the Bullets hold off the Lioneers comeback effort. They find themselves up by 9. Meanwhile, we will also be given the note on the Dreamer side. Chen breaking a personal playoff scoring number. Oh no, 2 points short of his scoring record of 22 points set last playoffs in Game 3 against the Kings. It was a game the Dreamers held off elimination, which they have done at least for one game in their last 2 playoff runs, and now 3 for 3, but still needing to get 2 games. Lingering Jian across to McCullough, crashing into the defense and ball on the deck. A fight for it will be a jump ball for the Kings. So the Kings defense has been smothering here in the 4th quarter. Dreamers only 3 for 14 from the field, while committing 4 turnovers. Getting a look at the good combo defense of Manigault and Day, and thankfully everyone's all right, while Jeremy and Julian Boyd were tangled up with the basketball. So a chance again to extend the lead. Jeremy calling Lee Kai-in up. No switch. No switch, but got a step. Joe putting it on the deck. He's got an angle. Back pass to Manigault. He'll fire away. No. McCullough doubled in the backcourt as Boyd will relieve him. There's a whistle as Julian Boyd was starting a move. And this will result in free throws. Kings 5 team foul to the Dreamers 1, but I would say their defense has been played at a much better level. Kai-in's 4th personal. It's time for Julian Boyd to show off his steadiness. Good with the first. Time for the Kings fans at home to go to work again. Their squad 16 for 21. Dreamers add 2 more to their side. They are now 9 for 16. Crunch time now. Again, an early double. Lee Kai-in on the catch. Jeremy fouled on the push. Just some hand wave acknowledgments by the Dreamers guards. As Jeremy not happy with taking a hit to the eye, I think. Day back pass to Kyle as Joe collects the ball. Jeremy switching the ball. It'll be off of the Dreamers. Only 4.6 on the shot clock. Sometimes Chen was waving, indicating where you might need help, and Jeremy went the other way, but couldn't get a clean dribble off. Just a little break it up whistle by the referees. Jeremy and Day, the closest to catch is Jeremy. 2 seconds left. Dribbling, falling as Joe from 35 feet, so close. Would have been a dagger, but it's the other way. Ling Junqi guarded by Jeremy, calling for a screen, and fouled by Manigault. Pushing or tripping up Chris McCullough. Flying all the way to the courtside fans. Now having some words with Walter Wang and inappropriately getting involved with the players. They need to stay away, let the players handle it. Really got to be taking your visual cues from Kenny Manigault. He wasn't in a disagreement over the call. Now it is a home and away situation in the Plus League, so the Kings do have the responsibility to manage every single person in the fan attendance. So as of right now, just the free throws. As from the other sideline, the Kings call timeout. Still up by 3 possessions with these free throws coming up for the Dreamers, but clearly a problematic area on the court. Let's listen in.
好，我们发送一下小礼物，好不好？最后几个。刚刚这边是有需要 T 恤的吗？看一下哦，发出点声音啊。还有一件。我试试看。这个丢不上去了。好，先小朋友的部分。还有一件 T 恤。哇，直接被超前。还有这个。
Up to this point in the second half, Kings called their second full timeout. Dreamers still have 2 in their pocket. It also seems unwise for Julian Boyd to be heading toward the opposite sideline too. No need for him to get involved fouling up the sideline too, as Phil Chen will also engage in a little conversation. First one to make for McCullough, now up to 20 points on his night. But plenty of ball game left. Jeremy now with Ling Junqi on him. Jeremy can shoot over him. Dribbling it down or crossing over. Now going left into space with a runner. Easy. And the Kings with an immediate takeaway. Now it's Ryan's turn. Pretty handsy defense as Jeremy steps back. Want to burn more clock. Picked. Patient with it. offering up a pass as Day got it up in time. Crucial rebound for Boyd. Dreamers don't need a miracle, but they need to be near perfect the rest of the way. Jump pass to McCullough, going down the middle, one man to beat, rolling out. Boyd in the paint, with a lot of hands nearby, dropping it in. A whistle from the slot referee, and he's indicating a substitution. Maybe it's bleeding, because there was no king at the scorer's table. Now, what the Kings could do to augment this is to call a timeout. They do have a couple of full timeouts and a 30-second timeout if they want to allow their staff to work on Jeremy's forehead a little bit more. But Yang Jimin coming in, and Kenny, Chen for their respective squads. You see McCullough's hand kind of go down there. Might have caused it. That's what our producers think it is. So the inbound today, back to Joe. 1 minute left in the ball game. A quick trap, which the Kings at least beat the 8-second violation. Now Kenny pressuring Day, and a holding foul. Dreamers had 1 foul, or 2 fouls to take. And Jamie will check back in. I don't know if a timeout was actually called. Now it is by the Dreamers in desperation mode. So looking at the game overall, they have Jay Chen 4 for 6 from 3, Hayden 3 for 5, and Brisk 2 for 6. A lot of other firepower from the outside. Meanwhile, on the Kings side, Jeremy's 11 for 12 from the free throw line. Kenny Manigault 3 for 4. Hyen 1 for 2. Wendell Lewis 1 for 2.
Come on, let's go. Hey, Dreamers on 3, 1, 2, 3. Get a steal. Let's go.
On the game, the Kings have been pretty good. Only 13 turnovers up to this point. And that's below their average on the series of 18. Meanwhile, the Dreamers 9.4 steals on the series. Desperately need a couple here. A double team on Jeremy as Day trying to get out of trouble. Short pass to Joe, out to Jeremy, now with a headband on. A hook foul, and still no free throws yet, but 8 seconds come off the clock. Manigault shoots it across to Austin Day. No foul taken. Now it's taken by Ling Junji. I think the odd giveaway in that play there was Aji was looking around. And that will be his 6th personal foul. You see, the weird thing was, he was looking around as if he might be trying to get the referee's attention, but you see that right arm wrap. is qualifications for the foul. What he was doing with his left hand, maybe not quite rises to the level. So Austin Day trying to ice the game with free throws as chased away from the Kings huddle on the court. Day too strong with the first on the series. 79% on 14 attempts before tonight. And in the regular season, an 89% free throw shooter. Important second. Caught it on the bounce. So a 3-possession lead for the Kings. Less than 50 seconds. Hayden trying to look for Chen. Joe, good job sticking with him. Now Manigault switched. Back to McCullough, 2 dribbles, going to the cup and getting the lay-in. Stopping the clock as Jeremy catches it close, snaking around the sideline, up ahead of Joe. They're gonna play keep away. The foul comes and Dreamers probably didn't want to send the Kings' best free throw shooter, but they do.
Number 7, German, 2 shots.
So at the line, Jeremy, 31, 32 points on his night. The highest scoring performance in these playoffs in this series is Chris McCullough's 27. As Jeremy reaches 33 points. His best game, the first game of this series, 25 points in what ended up being a 1-point Dreamers win. Timeout on the floor, maybe for fatigue, maybe for defense-offense subs. It's a 30-second timeout for the Dreamers in front of their bench. This new Taipei City ready for a second straight season heading toward the finals. Need to last the last 27 seconds. A weird inbound to the cup as Chen chases it to the corner, out of bounds. Trailing referee says Kings basketball. No, Jeremy, you don't want to call the IRS here. Substitution to get Yang Jiming, the better free throw shooter for Su Sishuan. Get a look. 2 Dreamers, 1 King. I think they got it right. There is a challenge, presumably by the Dreamers, but I don't quite know if it'll be overturned. So, and in fact, just end up being a brief timeout. It was kind of curious how they went all the way to the basket. Now, Julian Boyd is a much stronger player than a lot of the Kings out on the floor, but you also have to be looking at a very good pass because the Kings did a great job at least matching up man-to-man. I don't know about mismatches, and it will be confirmed Kings basketball. Jeremy confirming their short timeout situation. They do have one, as Kenny Manigault will be the one to inbound from the corner. Across to Jeremy, playing keep away, looking for a deep pass. Yang Jimmy, nice handoff to Manigault, and that could be it. Hayden not giving up on the game, coming over to foul Day. Less than 14 seconds left. Previously, Austin Day, 1 of 2. Trying to correct it. Bottom's the first. Still a 3-possession game. Dreamers, the better 3-point shooting team on the game, but need to go perfect. More offense and defense as Yang Jimmy out, Joseph Lin in. Short inbound as Hayden runs it up. Back to McCullough. The three's on its way. Wayward. And it will be Kings basketball on the baseline, ready to celebrate here in New Taipei. There's the buzzer, and the basketball will eventually find its way to the referee as the boys in gold in back-to-back seasons are headed to the Plus League Finals. With a big fourth quarter, sandwiching a Dreamers end of third quarter run, they take the game at 97-88. Started off the season with 7 straight victories and were riding high on 4 straight in the East Asia Super League before injuries really caught up to them starting in the month of January. They're really always on their way slated for the playoffs, but falling to third, certainly below what the preseason estimates would have been of their season. Then here in the playoffs, as the lower seed against the Dreamers, took 1 of 2 in the first 2 games, and after all, defended home court with a perfect 3-0 record. The Dreamers were battling the Kings for first place in the regular season before it was the Pilots who leapfrogged both of them. Their regular season actually had the best point differential on the season, plus 4.2. But now in 3 straight seasons, going down to the eventual winners of their opponents in the playoffs, needing to win 3 straight games. They do win the first, which is always a testament to their character and their fight, but still short of their goal of at least making the finals and improving on the year before. I think Jeremy in a little bit more celebratory mood, and with the customary jersey and a sneaker giveaway at the end of the game. Last year was 1 game away from the playoffs as a member of the Steelers squad, denied by these very Dreamers on the last game day of the season. Now this year, as a free agent, signing to be on the squad with his brother. Find some fans to hand out the sneakers. A little bit of a fumble on the handoff. Now things are settled as we try to find our post-game interview. Like we mentioned, the finals will begin on Sunday in Taoyuan with the Pilots, the higher seed, the Kings, the lower seeded squad. Not a lot of fans have left the building here to celebrate their squad with another victory here in the playoffs. They are very good here from their home stadium. Jeremy's on the headset, asked about treating this game as the final game of the series. Asked about his fatigue.
我不知道我的中文没那么好，可是累在这里，我是比累更累。
Jeremy saying his Mandarin might need a little lesson, but saying I'm more than tired. Now asked about his free throw shooting and his defense. Asked about his help defense too.
我是对防守，我是很看重防守，我觉得防守比进攻重要。所以大家很多时候会讲我的进攻，可是我是觉得，可能我的防守有时候比进攻好。那我就是很看重这件事，因为我觉得防守是你怎么去赢球，所以我就给我全力去防，肯定别人会。就是我防他们，他还会得分，可是希望就是不要那么简单，那么容易。
And saying he takes defense very seriously, more than his offense. People talk about what he brings to the offensive side, but he thinks his defense is very important. He does his best to make it hard on their opponents. Now asked about the physicality in the series.
我非常尊重梦想家，我看他们的这个球队，他们今年真的非常棒，我觉得他们肯定有进步，比去年好，我觉得全方面都做得非常好，我真的是很尊重他们，我不觉得他们就是这个感觉是像一个 finals 的一种感觉，你明白我的意思吗？他们的水平很高，然后也觉得就是他们是你可以看他们就是真的是团结起来了，他们是一个团队，就是有时候肯定会有一些不一样的想法，可是整体来说，你看他们的板凳，你看他们怎么去支持，互相支持，我是非常尊重这个梦想的这个球队。
And Jeremy giving respects to the Dreamers, saying they've been great. Improved from last season. It felt like a finals matchup the way they were playing. A very together team and a lot of support from top to bottom of their roster. And asked about his experience in this playoff run and the finals matchup.
所以那个 finals 肯定是100%是领航员吗 ？OK， 好 ，OK， 我完全没有专注别的比赛，我没有看社交媒体，对不起，我只是。100%专注这里，他们是非常棒，第一名的球队，你还能说什么？就是你不是随便打，然后变成一个第一名的球队，他们就是非常棒，所以我们肯定很不简单，很难打。Yeah.
And Jeremy saying he wasn't watching the other series. The Pilots are a very good team, #1 team in the regular season. Not by luck, it won't be an easy series. Now asked about the atmosphere and the mental preparation and overcoming the odds and how to stay at a level as a squad.
我是好的榜样啊，我不是。如果你有这个答案，你分享给我。我这个series，I mean， 就是我们只能控制我们能控制，你知道吗？就是数据就是数据，所以就是我不觉得我做得很好，我不觉得我是好的榜样，我希望我可以做得更好，希望我可以就是表达更少的一些情绪或者抱怨，跟裁判抱怨更少。说实话，我是希望我可以做得更好。我觉得后面2场我有调整过来，可是我觉得前4场我不觉得我是好的榜样给年轻的球员。
And Jeremy saying he didn't feel like he was a good example. You can only control what you control, but wanted to be less emotional like he was in the last 2 games, not like the first 4.
好，谢谢。
To Jeremy's credit, it was a hard-fought series. Now a well-deserved bit of rest. We'll go to break before wrapping things up from a victorious Yunzhong Gymnasium.
现在再次给我们苏豪一个最大的掌声吧 ，Come on！ 当然了，我们的乡里王阳明也到现场了，也可以看到乡里对我们新北国王的支持，几乎场场都来，大家给王阳明的掌声吧 ，Come on！Let's go！Let's go， 乡里！ 好，现场球迷朋友们，提醒，6月10号呢，6月15号是我们新庄城堡第1场冠军赛的主场，诚挚邀请各位，6月15号我们不见不散。All right, overcome, we coming.
There's a signage. Kings overcome. The over portion is filled out for the new Taipei Kings. That means this series is a wrap. Today on the matchup, Jeremy with a game-high 33 points on 10 of 18 shooting. Also was all over the place defensively and on the rebounds. 13 for 14 free throw shooting, whereas on the other side, Chris McCullough led their squad with 22. There's your finals matchup, starting with Kings at Pilots on Sunday at 5 p.m. from Taoyuan Arena. So looking back on this game in particular, really the Dreamers had a chance in the third quarter to not only come back from an early Kings lead, but take advantage of their cold shooting, 4 for 19. But when you don't take that advantage, the Kings, their good defense, pretty good handles out there, not turning over too much was really the key. So many stops at the baskets where we thought the Dreamers would have an advantage in the series. So thanks to the Formosa Dreamers for another hard-fought season. And I'll have to look till next year for a possible run at the title. But on the Kings side, now that the Braves have been taken down from their three-peat in the regular season, now it's time for a new championship. They win this first round 4-2, despite being the lower seed, starting things on the road. And they will have another tough challenge ahead against the Pilots, another challenge to overcome, so to speak. So on behalf of Wu Fengchen and Mark Tionghui, I've been Ryan Chen. And also on behalf of our league colleagues and our league partners, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.